Recitation syllabus. Recitation syllabus for the diaspora. Follow-up of the recitation syllabus on the recitation syllabus for the memory reconstruction of the whole human family tree and the regeneration of the whole human family tree, and a recitation for all for the whole syllabus. This time we are dealing with the universal evolution system, with the universal energy circulatory system. And we start with magma. We start with the earth, how the earth was created. It was created due to tectonic plate movements, and tectonic plate movements are caused by volcanic eruptions. Volcanic eruptions of a hot fluid, a hot liquid called magma from under the surface of the earth, and it flows all over the whole surface until it covers a very large area of the surface, and then dries up, and then plants grow and animals and other living beings and all living beings emerge from the ashes of the magma, so that the seeds emerge from the ashes of the magma and cover an area that had been burnt to nothingness, but by thousands and thousands, about 3,000 degrees of heat, so that life forms emerge from magma. And that's why magma is a creator of the continents of the earth, and that's why magma is a creator, and the sun is also a product of magma. And that is why you find magma properties in the sun and in the atmosphere, in the sky. When magma explodes, it explodes like the biggest. It has a more devastating effect than an atomic bomb. It shakes the earth. It shakes the earth. It is like an earthquake. And an earthquake is also a volcanic event. An earthquake also splits the earth, and the magma is a bigger one. It pulls the earth right up and explodes into the sky, and a hot clouds emerge from the earth and fill up the whole sky, and the whole sky turns black. And that sky remains until the magma has fallen as rain or fire back on the earth, and it has destroyed the whole environment. So when one studies regions where magma, or pictures or videos or regions, when one studies them where there are stones or soil that corresponds to magma, one can find out how the volcano erupted and how it developed. Like when one studies the origin of species Mount Kenya, one studies how the mountain exploded, and the different life forms that surround the mountain, and the cloud, the optimal climate, the intertropical convergence zone of clouds, and rainforest and equatorial forests, and endangered species wildlife like lions, leopards, cheetahs, hippos, rhinos, gazelles, elephants, fish forms, human beings, and how they spread out from how the animals converged, how the animals are centralized around the mountain and around the region, around East Africa, around the lake especially, because it exploded, and the valley that it left, the Rift Valley, and the mountains that it created, the whole Rift Valley that exploded. It was a big mountain actually. The Rift Valley is a series of mountains from the north to the south. How it exploded and how it split. It is left with the most animals, the most visible life forms on Earth are around the Rift Valley, and that is how one studies the anthropology and of social life forms that live alone or live together, anthropology and sociology. So one studies the archaeology, one studies the geography, and one studies the government, how they rule themselves and how they come to terms together, how long the societies must have existed alone with each other. And that is why it is also a center of studies. Nairobi, it is a center of a lot. It's a big university. It's a big university, a big headquarters of studying the environment, environmental medicine, the ecosystem. That's where the Skylab is. That's where the lab of the sky is, the Skylab. Because there is where the earth and the sky are studied. The sky has actually clouds and the sun. And when one studies the sun, one can imagine that the sun actually is a projectile that moves from that is thrown from the earth into the sky and flows and flies through the sky, and immediately is above human beings, and the evening lands on the ground in the west. But when one studies it in a different aspect, one can find out that it just flows from in a circular manner, in a horizontal circular manner. One thinks that it flows, the projectile flows in a vertical manner, but when one studies it, when one follows it, one will find out that one will never find it on the ground. One will never reach the end of the sun. But when one follows it, one will always move in a motion in such a way that one will reach the point of the beginning point, the point at which one started following the sun. Be it in one day, be it in 24 hours, be it in 1 month, be it in 1 year, one will finally reach a point where one finds a familiar environment using maps and using trees or using roads or using geographical points like mountains and lakes or rivers or seas or towns or villages. One will find a point where one comes back to the point that the sun never fell onto the earth, and the only possibility for the sun to fall onto the earth is if the earth lowers its force of gravity. Its force of gravity. If it lowers its, if it increases its force of gravity, light objects remain like there are some gases which remain up and some gases which fall. It's like light objects remain up and heavy objects fall to the ground, or lighter objects fall slower than heavier objects. And the weight of the atmosphere is defined by the weight of the atmosphere itself. So that if the density is reduced, the sun can become heavier, relatively heavier, and flow lower in a circular manner until it can flow right close to the human beings, a few meters above human beings. And if the density, if the force of gravity is reduced to a minimum, it can scrape the ground. And if it's removed in such a manner that the sun is no longer able to maintain its distance above the earth, it can fall onto the earth. And that is the theory that the earth can fall into the sun can fall into the earth, onto the earth and burn the earth, and then land in the magma and melt in the magma as a part of magma, and the world actually only lose its form as a circular object, but it will not lose its life as a hot ball that with similar properties to the magma, so that the sun itself will never die. It will only heat up the earth and burn the earth, and that will mean that the earth will burn up like a big volcano. It will erupt like a big it will only erupt the earth like a big volcano, and it will just become magma. And that is why the sun is called magma. It's DJ magma. It's lava. It's molten lava. It's round and rotates over the earth in a circular motion. The question is, does it rotate horizontally or does it rotate vertically? Scientific opinions differ, and my opinion is that it rotates horizontally. From the east to the west is a horizontal circular motion, semicircular, a semicircle. a circle. That's why I use it as a circle, mathematically as a circle. And when I place two rulers, one ruler on the earth, on the ground, and one ruler at the level above my eyes, at a level at which I can draw two parallel lines, I always find the sun on that horizontal surface above the earth, on that horizontal height that never changes when I move in the same speed with the sun, in the same velocity, in the same speed with the sun. Because I believe that the sun moves in the same at the same distance from Earth relative to the person that's moving in the same space with same pace with the Earth from sunrise to sunset. That distance is never decreased when one starts moving, and that is why I believe that it moves. When one studies it, that it moves in a horizontal circular motion relative to the eyes of the observer, and not in a vertical motion, because in a vertical motion would mean that it will have a point where it meets the horizon at a tangent and at an XY mathematically defined, or on an XYZ, in an XYZ form. When one projects that calculation orthogonally, one will find it on colliding with the Earth, and it would have caused a volcanic eruption, and it would have caused a volcanic eruption and an earthquake of unforeseen and unimaginable devastative effects with powers beyond our imagination. It will destroy the Earth as we know it, the whole surface, the whole circle as we know it, in which we move. The whole biotope will be destroyed. That's why we just live in a biotope, and that's why the sun we only see it in a biotope. That doesn't mean that other biotopes don't exist, and that's why I believe that aliens exist, because that semicircle does not exclude the possibilities of light in the other semicircle. When the semicircle is dark, that means that the other semicircle is not receiving light at the same time simultaneously, that it's not supporting life forms with the light that's not present for the semicircle in darkness, just because it doesn't it's not receiving light and warmth and air, receiving the energy that supports the semicircle during the daytime. And that's why, because the sun never goes out, it never looks like it never looks like it's lost energy, or it's become colder when it rises, and it never looks like it's losing energy when it sets. So it's like a clock or a watch when I studied it, but it is actually a line that one can draw in the sky with a compass divider and a ruler and a circle and a semicircle, and one can find the results as I say them. These are revolutionary astronomical. It's a revolutionary astronomical information. I call it my metaphysics. It is revolutionary. It is very new. It is not it is contradictive. It is contradicting the school science and the school physics that has been passed on to many generations. That's why I also live in the internet. I don't want to be a sensation. I don't want to be a stooge in a system that functions without me very well. But this information I keep for myself, for my brain, for my CPU, and these are the restitutions that for my regional internet developers network, information that they can test with their instruments, with their mathematical sets, with their geometrical sets, with the geometry, and they can either confirm or not confirm it, or but they don't have to change. They don't have to do anything about it, because everything is working actually and we are all alive, and we are all earning our bread, and we are it's just blood, sweat and tears, and we will not want to change a system that has been functioning perfectly for us, actually a system, an age-old system that has actually benefited us all. So that this information is just speculation on the part of people who cannot prove it, but on the part of people who can prove it mathematically and scientifically, it is just the new information. It's not as it is also very concordant with astrological knowledge and information. When one places the sun horizontally, not vertically, one can place the map, the astronomical map and the astrological map. One can place them over each other, like placing a transparent foil on a squared page. Of taking that the squared page is the atlas of the Earth, and the transparent foil is the atlas of the astronomical atlas of the sky. Then one can place another foil on it, maybe of the astrology. Astrology is the names and the religion and the superstition that combines the whole knowledge to make it important information that one can use for jogging one's memory, so that it is actually just information, just conversational information, just social information about my opinion about the information, the geography that I studied in school. The geography that I studied in school is incomplete. It's not complete. It doesn't fulfill the recitation syllabus. It is biased, and it does not tell a lot about the people who studied that geography with their own geography in their hands, because all the names that they accepted were actually third-hand information, not second-hand information. Third-hand information based on the information and knowledge of tourists in the geographical regions, and in the ecosystems and the habitats. That's why it is actually this information is for me as a member of the ecology studies, studying ecology and studying powers and studying electricity. It is very electricity to know the cycle of electricity, the cycle of electricity of the different arteries and veins of the earth, under the earth, magma, water, underground. There's seismology, oceanology, and the continental plate movements. It is very important. We must understand them. It is very important to study them as bloodlines, and it is actually just surplus information.